Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mr. John Bisbal, Miss Sandra Olson. There's Bill Brinson. Fina, good morning. Good morning. Mr. Mark Christensen. Welcome. We're going to get started here. Well, that's 11. You guys ready? Uh-oh. Darian's in the house, my friend. I love you. You guys ready to rock and roll? This call is being recorded for all of our free customers and new members. Rafiq, great morning, and everybody. Sorry if I leave anybody out. But this call is being recorded for everybody so that many of our people that we want to welcome right now, they might even be sleeping because there's people signing up literally from all over the world, and we want to welcome you all here. And so we are recording this, and I'm just going to jump into the short presentation and then get to celebrate some of our new amazing free customers, preferred customers, and leaders that are coming on board around the world. And I know when you're new, to see an overview just gets you more comfortable all the time with all of this. What does our GV really do to market? Well, first of all, before I even get into that, 14 plus years, this is our 14th year. Anybody excited about a stable, strong company that's showing its love for networking and helping nonprofits and businesses and people like you and I around the world? Well, that's what you and I are in. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, launched out of Austin, Texas, and have been cutting thousands and thousands and thousands of checks to people, customers, nonprofits, and people like you and I around the world for years and years and years and years and years and years, okay? And so what do we market? We focus on a simple yet great idea. What if you could save time, save money, earn cash rebates, support nonprofits, all by simply shopping at your favorite stores? Would anybody get excited about that? These stores are looking for more traffic. They're looking for more revenue. If you and I launched a store on the internet, wouldn't we be looking for that as well? And we would love organizations like our GV to share it with people and organizations around the world. We would love that, wouldn't we? We would love that. And that's exactly what these companies love. Target, Best Buy, Macy's, Sears, Walmart, Staples. It went from a handful of stores many years ago to now we've signed agreements with over 1,500 stores around the world. And it gets better and better and better. I think sometimes people don't see the big picture of how big this really is. Things like our GV Health is at an affiliate agreement with an incredible product formulator. Things like the crowdfunding is at another affiliate agreement with a company that's created over $100 million for different nonprofit organizations. Things like Swagbucks is at another affiliate agreement. What could come out the end of this month? What could come out the next month? What could come out a year later? What could come out 2 years later? What could come out 3 years later? And when you're in the field and you can just focus on creating momentum and know that the company can add these massive, beautiful revenue streams at any given day, week, month, year, wow, right? And not be stuck on one thing, hoping that it works. That's what we are able to do here with our GV. I mentioned Swagbucks. We had an announcement. If you were there on Saturday, you know what I'm talking about. Not only does Swagbucks help us earn revenue and rewards from searching, which is great, searching the internet on your phone, from messing around on the website, from doing whatever, watching movies and video clips. Do you guys know all those ads that are popping up? Well, now we earn revenue from that. Anybody know anybody else that might like to earn revenue from that? How about Amazon? How about games? Guess what? Now there's restaurants in your area that for the exact same purchase, going to a restaurant that's listed underneath Swagbucks Local, which is a separate app that shows you the map of the city and everything, you, for the same purchase, now earning Swagbucks on every single dollar that is earned from you buying. It's just paying like you have to do anyway, right? Unless you're going to try to get on out of there without paying, which none of us would recommend that. So when you do pay with your credit card, debit card, whatever is listed, as soon as you do that, the swag bucks is calculating, connecting it to that card and paying you swag bucks. Same thing for your whole organization. They've already paid out over $100 million in rewards to people like you and I. So how fun is that? Next Level Leadership, we'll have a training with Miss Lori Rubidge later on Thursday, which I cannot wait for that. I will be doing the training tomorrow. Next Level Leadership is a leadership training and development training company that we build training teams, companies that have done millions upon millions of dollars. The one that's different about this is that up to 75% of all the profits can be paid to the leaders that are marketing it, like you and the people that are out there. So starting with a free blog, starting with a Facebook fan page, which are obviously free and exciting. You could go to the fan page, invite all your friends that you have now. They could go like the page, and all of a sudden you see somebody a little bit interested. How easy is that to get the ball rolling? And then there's memberships that are weekly that have webinars, and there's advanced memberships and video series and all these incredible things you will see from Next Level Leadership. As we're growing our minds, anybody want to grow healthier in our bodies? And another incredible billion-dollar industry, another incredible industry with purpose, because no matter how much money you make, it is still going to come down to being healthy within our bodies, of taking the right nutrition, essential oils, greens, healthy chocolates, pre-launch of weight loss management system, mobile app, fan page, workout routines, everything that is tied in, private Facebook group, all this stuff. Up to 35% of the BVs can be earned, and that is one of our highest commissioned products in the entire company of everything. And I'm very, very excited about the quality of these products and everything that we get to do in terms of another revenue stream for leaders like you around the world. Very, very excited. All of these revenue streams that we've talked about can be used to donate to a cause of your choice. Once you reach over $100 in earnings from the different feature partners, you can choose to allocate up to 25%, and the company will match it dollar for dollar. Get that. And it's on the website, so you don't have to write it down or anything. You can go study the coaching website to see it clearer. But each one of us get to choose a cause that we love, and the company will match it up to a certain percentage. How awesome is that? Think of worldwide being able to help people sign up as free customers, preferred customers, members in the company, use all the feature partners, helping them drive traffic, and the company saying, whatever cause you feel great about, the company is going to match it dollar for dollar up to a certain extent when you hit their certain goals. It's awesome. Not only does the company do that, but the technology partners that we have to create fundraising systems for others. This is so, so important. We have crowdfunding campaigns, and I think you've heard of GoFundMe. For the same administrative fees as GoFundMe takes, guess what? Now that administrative fee a percentage goes to the coordinator and above who's bringing on the campaigns. How many of us would love that when the campaigns are free to set up? And we can help somebody with their medical bills, their veterinarian bills, to pay for books for school, to raise money for. I mean, what if you have your kid has a 7-year-old birthday party and you just want to post a link online so that family and friends can be able to give to it and help support? Because how many of us know? First of all, the campaign is free to set up, isn't it? So how much did that cost you? And then what if somebody across the country says they want to give $20 to help your daughter? You'll buy some toys. When things are a click of the button, I don't know if you've ever had to shop for a gift and you're like, oh man, that's too, I don't know what I'm going to get them, how I'm going to ship it, or what I'm going to do, so you just don't do anything. Right? But when you can click a few buttons and say happy birthday, and write a comment on there, I mean, I'm just throwing that out there as an idea, because my daughter's birthday is coming up tomorrow. I'm just kidding. But you guys understand how awesome, and it's not her birthday tomorrow anyway, so it's just totally kidding. But you guys understand how awesome that is. What if it's to raise money for a school, part of the school building? Or what if it's to raise money for a mission trip? Or what if it's raise money? Oh my gosh, I mean, it's just awesome, the technology. And then when you learn more about the perks and how they can tie into businesses locally and be a blessing to them, they might give you tons of leads just to get their name out there as businesses for the perks. So you're going to learn all about these featured partners, aren't you? You can go to our coaching website and study all these to learn more in detail. You'll get more comfortable with them. Don't get overwhelmed with them. It's almost like if I tell you about Amazon, does it seem pretty simple when I say Amazon? It seems simple when I just say Amazon, doesn't it? If I tell you about the grocery store, does it seem simple? But now if I start taking you through each aisle, now if I start taking you through each shelf, now if we start thinking about the different manufacturers that are coming in, now if I start taking you through what the wholesale price was compared to the retail markup and how different purchases and whether it was in bulk or not have different price breaks for them, and that there's a different, how many of you guys see like, oh boy, like now you're starting to get me, right, a little bit overwhelmed. And that would be the same case anywhere. What if I took you behind the counter of Dairy Queen and said, instead of you ordering it, now you had to learn how to make them all? Oh, man. So you get the point? So when you're new here, you might be ready for $1 million business in the future, but is it going to be a little bit of a learning curve for you to get comfortable? Doesn't mean you have to wait to get excited, does it? Because can you get excited about earning a cut from all of Amazon, or earning a cut from all of the grocery store, or earning a cut from all of what's happening at Dairy Queen, even if you didn't know all the details? You could get excited about that. You don't have to wait till you know all the different stuff. Exactly, Minister Tippins, the baby steps that we take, so you can do your job and get excited about it now as those details start to come to you soon. So, the compensation plan, another one of those things filled with incredible details that you'll get more comfortable from. A couple of things I want to tell you about this is that, first of all, no compensation plan will pay you with no production, okay? Even if Facebook has a little capture page, sponsored ad that says, do nothing, buy nothing, no meetings, no products, no services, no sales, no nothing, make tons of money, that you try that, guess what? You put your little email address in there. Now they made money, didn't they? Because they're going to go sell your email address to all these different people and start doing all that stuff. You still a month, 2 months, 3 months later won't be making any money. And if you're not sure, let's do this. Okay, let's run an experiment. You go try that for a while, and then when it doesn't work, then you come back here and remember that we were being honest with you, and then come back here and ready to get serious. Okay? Because we have to produce. Isn't that the same way that if you were to be a nurse, or to be a plumber, or to be a massage therapist, or a hairdresser, or to do anything, we've got to produce. And in any of those careers, if we produce really badly, will we probably not do as well? And if we do really, really well, will we probably move on up? And so that's what you'll understand about this career and this business as well. And so you can get so much better at it. Ms. Ruby, something just clicked when she was talking about, like, could you be way better a month from now than you are today? Could you be way better 6 months from now than you are a month from now? Could you be amazing at this a year from now than you would be 6 months from now? How about 2 years from now? Could we be absolutely incredible at it 2 years from now compared to a year from now? Of course. Okay, so keep that in mind about the compensation plan. So we have to produce. We'll get better at production. In this theoretical example, it's talking about if you had free customers that were doing 20,000 in BVs. A BV is called business volume. It's what our commissions are from all the products and services, all of them that are underneath one umbrella. All the products and services underneath one umbrella create BVs, every one of them. Everybody got that? They all create business volume. They're all different amounts because they're all different agreements. Expedia for airplane tickets has a different agreement than Color Earth with RGV Health. Same way it would be in Amazon, right? Same way it would be at the grocery store. So to simplify it, we call it all BVs, all the agreements. And every commission generated turns into a BV. Then you put the BVs into the compensation plan each week based on which member, which customer. Okay? So if you get a big check, you'll go, oh my gosh, I love this company. It just gave me a big check, gave me a $3,000 check. Whoa. No, we didn't just give you a $3,000 check. All the BVs that went into your name and your team's IDs went into the computer system. Does that make sense? So if you're like me, where my check was non-existent the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, that wasn't the company's fault either, was it? Because there were no commissions going through the computer system in my name, right? Because I was skeptical and sitting there doing nothing. So guess what? You put nothing into the computer, and guess what you're probably going to get back in terms of checks. So this example of just doing 20,000. As a free customer, we would earn zero, but we do earn money right away from our own sales, everything going through it. So when people say, well, a free customer doesn't really earn anything, that's not true, is it? They do earn money from all of this shopping and searching and all the revenues going through their free customer website immediately, just not referrals of others at that point because they're working their way up. If we would have been a preferred customer, our check would have been $1,000. You guys see this row up here? Our check would have been $1,000 instead of zero. Would that have been way, way better from the same $20,000 worth of production? If we would have been a premier website, the check would have been $3,000. Would that have been a lot better than $1,000? Same production, right? Again, you put the BVs in the computer system. The computer is not saying whether they like this person or that person or where they are in the world or whether they're male or female or black, white, purple, green, yellow, whatever, right? It's not saying any of that. Is it saying what is going on in terms of production? What level is this person in the compensation plan? If the person is a preferred, is it going to cut the check on $20,000 for $1,000? If the person would have been a premier, would the check been in $3,000? Same production. If it would have been a coordinator, $9,000. Oh my gosh, what a jump that was from the same production. Manager, $10,000. Okay? These checks down here for this part take longer to come because to do 20,000 with a whole bunch of free customers, would it take a whole lot of them? I mean, what if you had what if you had 2,000 free customers and they each did 10 BVs a month? Then you'd be at 20,000, wouldn't you? Okay. But you don't have 2,000 customers, do you, right away? Websites on the internet do, don't they? Businesses do. Network marketing companies do. People and teams. If we don't plan on having a whole lot of customers, would that be the leaders? Whoops. Got to work on that, right? Because why are we trying to have a business with no plan on having a whole lot of people? There's something wrong with that, right? Like, we're trying to earn money here. The person in Mary Kay, would they plan on having a whole lot of people in their team with a whole lot of customers if they plan to have a whole lot of pink Cadillacs or whatever they're driving, right? You understand? They got to, okay? But you wouldn't have it overnight. Does everybody start when they have no customers and then 5 customers and then 10 customers and then 20 customers and then 40 customers? And the checks are obviously smaller then, aren't they? But as we're faithful with the little things, do we get to be blessed by bigger things as we work more? And then all of a sudden there's 100, 200, 300, 500, 600, 1,000, 2,000. Now we're rolling. How many of you guys see that? Okay, Gotcha. But these checks up here come a lot faster. That's why we focus on them a lot. We've had new people around the world that qualified for these Fast Start bonuses in their first 30 days of being qualified and made thousands and thousands of dollars. And they really, the incentives behind them when you study the Fast Start bonuses help you get a bigger customer base. So it does both hand in hand. And as a coordinator, you can up to $5,000 a month in Fast Start bonuses. But here's the key to the Fast Start bonus. You have to be the level before the month starts. So are we coming here to the end of February pretty quickly here? So whatever level you and I are before March starts, then guess what? We get to qualify for these in March. So if I missed being a coordinator, then am I going to miss it in all of March and have to wait till April? But if I get it done here in February, then next week, basically almost, right? I will be able to put myself in position to get Fast Start bonuses. How many of you guys think that that is awesome? Okay, up to 5,000 as a coordinator, up to 7,000 as a manager, up to 25,000 as a director and above, up to 50,000. These are per month. You see why we have some pretty excited people in the business. So again, just terrific. And you'll learn about a bonus called Producers Club, guys, which you want to go after with all of your new people. There's a coaching video on that in the website as well, coaching website, and that is what you want to duplicate on, where even a brand new person can make $1,000 bonus in their first 30 days. So that is such a good goal to be able to go after there and to duplicate that on that through your team. One of the first things that you'll do is sign up as a free customer. As people sign up as a free customer, a small part of all of our revenue is paid out in Straight Line Customer Revenue System. And as you and I go in the computer one after one after one after one after one, straight down, we need to, first of all, race our way into the computer, because guess what? If I go in the computer tomorrow, then did I miss everybody that could have been in my Straight Line Revenue System from today? And now I'm on the bottom of them. So guess what? What if you were the one working with me and you said, no big deal, just sign up tomorrow? What if that was a big deal? Because what if there would have been a Miss UNESCO that would have been in my team, or a big nonprofit, or a big whatever it would have been, that would have been there for life creating BVs that I would have got a cut from, but instead of me being right here, what if you waited 3 or 4 hours and then I signed up for free and I ended up underneath them? Now, I don't know that that's a big deal, do I? Because I'm new. Who's supposed to be the person helping me with this? So it was a big deal, right, for me to sign up on the free tour, get in the computer, get it going. Now, when I lock in my spot by Sunday night at midnight, again, do I need your help on that if I'm new? It doesn't take much to lock in my spot, does it? Would it take $30 worth of health products on an auto ship every month? Would it take the RGV shopping mall with a preferred customer $30 a month, or NLL website, basic website to sign up $30 a month? I'm in the computer. Guess what? If I didn't get asked to do one of those 3 things and I just missed it, then the next day it flushes and now all those people are now above me and I'm on the bottom of it for the rest of my career from those people. That would have been something I might want to know, right, leaders? Right? So it's just something to make sure you're sharing with your team. Now, we're talking about it on Monday morning, right? But that's something that you would share with them on Saturday, or send them a video or something to make sure they make a choice by Sunday at midnight. Now, if I choose not to do it, then whose responsibility is it then? It's mine. But if I don't even know how it works, right, then I'm coming over to your house. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not coming over to your house to do anything. But you understand, but you got to be able to help me understand it, okay? Same way with some of the great different ways that we get paid from our beautiful business with the entrepreneur package. This is for somebody that wants to go very, very fast, which is definitely people every day, but not for everybody. Am I clear on that? So many people obviously want to just use Swagbucks or just buy some greens from us or just want to set up some crowdfunding campaign, and we love those. Customers are the backbone of our entire business. We probably sign up 20, 30, 40 customers to every a member that would ever come forth, and so we're very, very grateful for them. At the same time, can we all understand that the people that want to be on the insider corporate cruise, want to be a manager for 6 months, waiving $40,000 worth of sales volume, that are willing to invest, what would be a package of $20-some thousand, that are willing to invest a few thousand into their business, would probably be more productive than 20 or 30 customers that come on board and just do a little bit. Some people that want to take it very seriously with us. And this entrepreneur package is for the people that want to do be as aggressive as humanly possible. And so you want to be able to learn more about that. There's a video on the coaching website that goes into it. And most of our serious leaders, eventually get on a product like this because of just all the benefits. It basically takes 6 months of all these other expenses that we might want to do towards our business, and helps us get discounts on buying them all together in a package, if you could understand it that way. Now, to cover some of the new free customers that are coming on board, I'm not going to get a chance to read all their names, and as you will see, some of their names are so beautiful, and they're from different parts of the world that I would probably mispronounce them anyway, but when I see names like this, I just think, what if some of these are the next Jeffrey Schultz, or the next Ghislaine Nadeau in France, or the next Sandra Olson, and the next amazing leaders? They all of us had to be on the list at one time, didn't we, as a free customer coming on board and signing up for the first time. And so here's another page of names from around the world and this is not from the last month or the last 2 months. This is from the last week, okay? This is from like 1 week or less. So way more people that are coming on board. They're from around the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You might even see your name on there, and we so welcome you for everything that we're doing. Here's another whole list of different people that are coming, and again, we look forward to you being a leader. Guess what? Miss Lori Rubich was once a free customer or free person in her first week, wasn't she? Or at least signed up as a person in the business their first week. Same thing with Mr. Nescu. Same thing with Mr. Christensen. Same thing with Marwan Powell when we first got a chance to meet him, myself, everybody. We all had to start off somewhere. Here's another whole list of different names that are coming on board from around the world. So welcome, welcome, welcome. For all of you guys that are here. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that might listen to this on the recording and the archive, and we want to welcome you. Look forward to just growing stronger and helping more people through you all around the world. Here's another whole list of more names, so many international type names from people all around the world. And we just want to welcome every single person that's here. So thankful to each and every one of you guys, and look forward to seeing who will be on the list next week as we get started. Now, in terms of scholarships that are here and that you have an opportunity to work with, everybody has an opportunity to work with these scholarships throughout the week, okay? Scholarships are basically our attempt. It's not a loan. You don't ever have to pay it back. It's the company trying to get as many blessings to the new person as possible that are committing to their business. And the more they commit to their business, wouldn't it be logical, the more that we can do to put in the scholarship to help them, okay? And so as a preferred customer for only $30, and it's $30 a month, and again, if you're just wanting to shop on the mall, then you probably don't need to worry so much about preferred customer or any option, do you? Because you're just shopping and you're just making a little bit of cash back, and that's fine. And that's exciting. If you're looking to create income, then don't you have to think a little bit more about how you're starting your business? Kind of like when you're moving into an apartment, do you have to figure out the cost? When you're buying a car, do you have to figure out the cost? When you're going to the grocery store, do you look at the prices and figure out the cost? Well, obviously, when you're starting a career in your own business, you figure out the cost. Now, I'm not going to address the whole why to invest in yourself, but I just hope you understand that as a business, we invest first to reap later. As a customer or as an employee, we work for them, the people that invested. So that's, and you'll get more comfortable with those concepts, hopefully, as you grow in your leadership in terms of being an entrepreneur. But $30 is very inexpensive as a basic first step. I think we can all agree some of us go out to eat and might spend more money than that with our family or have a cell phone that's more than that. And so what a great option. One advanced basic training like that's going to come up this weekend, this one probably be open to everybody, but you'll have one advanced basic training. Free month mentorship training now includes basic NLL coffee calls that you're in. So, I mean, imagine that. Webinar after webinar after webinar for only the $30 preferred customer, waiving a month of the mentorship to get you in there new. LOTCI in the straight line customer revenue system, terrific option, okay? Now, the $497, if you guys see over there, and I want you to, as leaders to follow this, everybody will always get the $20,000 as long as they have the scholarship filled out. They'll always get the $20,000 in sales for coordinator level for 6 months. That is awesome, isn't it, for being a premier? So instead of working our way up by doing $20,000 worth of sales volume a month, to think that you and I did $497 one time, and for 6 months we were qualified as a coordinator, and those fast start bonuses for each and every month for 6 months with no qualifications, that is terrific, right, Daniel? It's awesome. Access to all the RGV replicated sites. You remember when it says the coordinators get access to all these other sites that are out there through RGV, like rgv.org, rgv.biz, all these different sites coordinator about with the same hosting. No increase in monthly expenses, the same $30 a month, but all of a sudden have all of these replicated sites set up. Okay? Now, this is the key that I want all of us to learn and leaders to start looking at your website center, figuring out where people in your team are in terms of the calendar and helping them because if they do the scholarship and $497 Premier within their first 7 days, they will get a $50 rebate paid the next week. That is 1/10 of what they just paid, isn't it? And if you're like me and had to borrow money and use my credit card, that rebate would have paid 2, 3, potentially 4 months worth of payments, wouldn't it? Well, I get the business up and running. If that's not the epitome of using other people's money to be able to have blessings for your future, I don't know what is, especially when you have a check that could come back to you to help you pay those payments. I mean, that is awesome, okay? Also, in the first 7 days, if it's done in the first 7 days, there'll be 400 bulk leads or the equivalent, okay? Not done by, it doesn't have to be done by midnight tonight if it's in the first 7 days. Does everybody got that? If it's not done in the first 7 days, they won't get the leads, they won't get the rebate, but they will still get coordinator, okay? And so we want to be clear about this in terms of the first 7 days. Does everybody get this? And so, again, helping your team with it within 7 days, should there be some level of knowledge, should there be some level of comfort, some level of confidence if they're in there studying, learning, growing, getting it to get moving. And we want to reward the people that are looking to go quicker, okay? Wouldn't that make sense? How many of you guys think that that would make sense in business and in marketing to reward the people that were making decisions, that were finding a way? Because it would be critical to their business and to yours, okay? Now, in terms of the entrepreneur package with the scholarship, okay, let me help us get over there. If done within the first 30 days. Again, because it's a bigger commitment, no one can even start as an entrepreneur package without being a premier first, because we don't want that. We want to make sure somebody's in here, comfortable, know what they're doing. And so within the first 30 days, if somebody decides to be able to want to become entrepreneur package, 2,000 bulk leads or equivalent. Could that help explode their business right away to get them off and running? And a $300 rebate paid the week the package is paid in full, okay? Because a half partial payment or higher does qualify for the leads within the next week, but obviously not the rebate, okay? So if somebody wants to break it up in chunks and do half now and half later on, they have the opportunity to be able to do that within their first 30 days, okay? And but this is crucial. So I would need your help on this, wouldn't I, if I was in your team? Because what if I'm on my 28th day and I should be making a decision? I could get a $300 rebate back. I don't get it back if I wait 45 days, do I? And a $300 rebate, guess what? If you're like me and had to finance it, that would again pay about 3-4 months worth of payments that's already in my pocket from a rebate check that came back. And that is awesome, okay, to be able to help a new person be able to have that and to be able to go forward. So those are some different options that you have to get started. Another key thing that is on the calendar for each one of us is the first ever 3-hour training on how to develop the local market. The local market. We had some fun with some people behind the scenes here in San Antonio, Texas. It was amazing, and we're going to continue to work throughout the entire world with the local market. We're going to cover 3 hours. This is going to be live streaming on the internet on how to build teams locally, which some of us like to get better at that, and to be able to expand our local market, not just all the way on the world on the internet, but to be able to do even local, how to build, help organizations locally. There'll be an open overview on Saturday morning. It'll be Saturday, March 18th, and then there'll be the training to follow. You can get it in your website center for $99 price increase. I know some people that do a webinar on Saturdays where it's about $800 for about five hours or something like that. How awesome is it to be able to sit from the comfort of our own home and have a training for less than $100 and to be registered for that? But you want to help your team do it before any kind of level of price increase, okay? And the more people you have at that training, would that be the more people that are learning how to market the business locally and expanding? And I know trainings cost money, and you sit there and go, okay, should I do it? Should I not do it? And again, I don't know if it was a call before this or this call. If you were to be a nurse, would you pay for training? If you were to be a massage therapist, would you pay for training? If you were to be in real estate, would you pay for training? If you were to do anything of value in terms of career, would you pay for training? In network marketing, would you pay for training? What's great about this is, guess what? This is a commissionable product. There's BVs attached to the tickets. So would that be something that you would be paying now to maybe reap thousands a day later, or a week or a month later? But you have to be willing to be loyal and committed and focused on it yourself. It's almost like the lady in Mary Kay that says, I just want to sell a whole bunch of lipstick, but I just like to wear my lips without it. I just use chapstick. What? Why are you just using chapstick? You sell lipstick. Yeah, but I don't want to have to buy the lipstick. I just want everybody else to buy it. Excuse me, person, man, woman, whoever, you better put on that lipstick, right? If you're trying to figure out how to go sell some lipstick, okay? Like, you got to get it out there, okay? You got to be a product of the product, don't you? Okay? You got to. What, honestly, now as a new person who's not serious about the business, I understand because I was that way too. Like, oh man, I don't want to do what. But what leader of a business you think would then have trainings that were a commissionable product that they could make revenue from all around the world and then not be the first one in line to go? That just wouldn't work, right? And here's the thing, and I have a hard time not being real straightforward on this because I know that there's so many people that are amateurs in network marketing that don't make a lot of income, and then there's some people that make more income than they've ever thought possible, and they are professionals and they earn money for their families and they're successful and they have incredible lifestyles, freedom, flexibility, and everything. And you know that too, right? There's a whole lot of people that try, and then there's people that do. We all know that. What are the decisions, what are the characteristics, what are the actions of the people that do earn income versus all the people that wish they were earning income? The people that wish they were earning income are kind of sitting at home saying they can't afford to go to the whatever or do whatever. And the people that are telling you about their war stories, aren't they, of what they had to do when they were new to find a way. They're not telling you how easy it was, are they? That's where we get messed up. We think they're telling us how easy it was. No, they're not telling you that, are they? They're telling you like, oh man, when I was younger, we had to walk to school 6 miles through the snow, right? But you understand, they're telling you about how hard it was. Okay, so anyway, in closing, guys, I can't wait to tell you about the schedule for this week. So if you're taking notes, write this down because the better you promote for these webinars, the more people that you will have available to be able to help people around the world. And can't wait for that. On Tuesday, I will be doing the NLL call, and we'll be excited about that with you guys. And again, you have to be an NLL member or invited because you had a preferred customer to be on the call tomorrow morning. Tomorrow evening, oh my gosh, Power Pack call. Miss Star Perkins, who's one of our top directors, and Miss Marita Ionescu from France, going over the featured partners of our beautiful, beautiful company to go into more details of those. And those two are absolutely amazing. Wednesday, guys, you get the best of the best of the best. Wednesday morning, Miss Lori Rubich, if you're on the mentorship program, remember the free month that comes with it as a preferred customer, the free 30 days. You could be on the NLL call, on the mentorship call with Miss Lori Rubich, who's produced millions in this industry, changed lives of people like me and many others around the world. She's doing the mentorship call on Wednesday morning. The nonprofit specific call will be Wednesday afternoon with Miss Mary McMullen, who's one of our top directors, $1 Million Club members, and Miss Marita Ionescu. Doesn't get better about that. Miss Ionescu has signed up a nonprofit organizations that have millions of supporters. So how many of us would love to learn a little bit about that from her? How awesome. Thursday morning, NLL call, Miss Lori Rubich. Again, they're all unique trainings. So if you miss one, you miss that entire leadership information, right? It's not going to be covered again next week or something like that. So you've got to get there and be part of that. Miss Lori Rubich will be doing that. The radio show with all of our leaders that are on the Leaders Package will be led by Miss Lori Rubich on Thursday evening. You guys ready for this? This is one of the biggest calls for the entire week. Mr. John Bisbal, director from Long Island, whose team is in 30 countries, maybe even more, because I don't know if I saw another country go in underneath Mr. Bisbal. I don't know. It's like maybe that one's already in there. I don't know. But Mr. Bisbal's team all around the world, and Miss Lori Rubich, okay, for free. For everybody, the whole world, Miss Lori Rubich, right? Out of all the network marketing companies that will be doing home meetings, network meetings, webinars, everything, doing whatever, hotel meetings this whole week, and to have the best of the best of the best for free on Thursday evening on the internet around the world sharing about your company, Miss Lori Rubis. Friday mornings getting started for just mentorship people on the mentorship package. Mr. John Bisbal will be leading that. And then on Saturday, open for the whole world because it is the last Saturday of the month. I will be on there with you leaders doing the Saturday training. Usually there's a cost to the Saturday training to get in there, but this overview will be for your new people to make sure they understand the end of the month and the Fast Start bonuses and everything, and it will be open to everybody's guests from everywhere. Okay, so that will be the schedule there, and we just thank each and every one of you guys. I know some of you guys are still here getting comfortable, kicking tires, and trying to feel like if this is the right place for you, and I can relate to that because that's what I did when I was new. And some of you guys are ready to have this be the greatest year you've ever had. Some of you guys are ready to make a change for your family. Some of you guys are ready to work with purpose and passion in your career. Some of you guys are ready to be able to help nonprofit organizations and help people that need change more than ever. If you think about the world at large, how many of us think that people want freedom of their schedule? They want flexibility. They like to use their computer and technology for doing more than checking email and messing around and buying stuff and doing whatever. They like to be able to do something with it. And someone's got to help them with that. Someone's got to help them with that. And this is something that can be done a few hours a week, a few hours a day. They can ease into it. How about something that's residual by nature in terms of its income, where you build this up? What if it took you 5 years? What if it took you 10 years, which I don't want it to take that long, but what are your neighbors going to have to work in terms of careers? Are they going to have to work longer than 10 years? And what if there's no residual income from their career and they got paid hourly salary, commission, and there's not enough money for retirement? How many of you guys see what we're able to do? What if your residual income was $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month? What if that was coming every month? Would that be the smartest thing you could have ever done with your time? In a relationship with somebody like Ms. Rubich, who you learn from, Mr. Powell, you get a chance to learn from and grow from all the leaders that are here that have referred to you. I know you wonder what's their relationship, somebody like me talking to you today. We would love for you to be the next Marita Ionescu's, wouldn't we, of the world? The next Miss Sandra Ducheks, the next John Bisbal. We're not just saying that. We would love for that. When, like Emmanuel, who I've never met, do you guys think it would be fun for me to meet Emmanuel on the cruise that's coming up in the fall? Do you think it'd be fun if Emmanuel wasn't just there, but he had 20 people in his team there? Do you think it would be fun if Emmanuel's team, not just fun, but productive, if Emmanuel's team had 100 campaigns being started a month to help raise funds? Would that be in our best interest as a company? If we had thousands of checks going out to Emmanuel's team on a monthly basis? Right, Philip? And I know it sounds simple, right? Like, of course you would, but I guess for a while I didn't really trust that. I didn't understand that, right? I was so used to, like, I don't know, hesitant, right? Like, I was a little like, what are you trying to do? Like, why? I gotta change. It's uncomfortable. You want me to spend money and work hard, and I don't know. And like, what are you trying to get from me? And then when I finally realized is they're just trying to get me to walk the path of other successful people because they're in the trenches with me. They're in it with me. They can't do it for me, can they? If they have to do it for me, then should they probably find somebody else? No, I'm not, no offense, right? But if I hire you at Dairy Queen and you keep messing up every cone, I have to come up behind you and like your cone's falling on the floor, and I've got to go make a new one for you all the time. How many of you guys think I might need to find somebody else here, right? Like, and it would be the same in RGV. If I have somebody sitting there waiting for me to build them a team of customers, that's not what this is all about, is it? But it is somebody that you can come in and change your life forever if you decide to get after it. And you guys have the opportunity not just to use that for your family, but you have the opportunity to share that with others. And if they say no, is that their call? But if they say yes and start going after it, whoo, baby, right? What do you think, Mr. Bisbal? Boom, let's go. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We will post this on the wall. Let's go help some people around the world, and we'll see you guys tomorrow that are on the NLL package. Take care, and God bless you. Bye for now.